How's it going? This is Brent from Team Low Key. I guess I decided to make a Duel Links podcast just to see how it would go. Just have like this little mini 10 episode thing or 10-minute thing, to go on during the week. And so some updates before we get into this real quick. John and I decided to change the podcast up to once every other week. We realize right now with Nats over, nothing really going on right now, that there's not enough content for us to talk about every single week. But we're adding this. We, mostly me, because John doesn't actually play Duel Links, so this is a solo podcast. So yeah, I guess we can get right into it. What is there to talk about in Duel Links? Well, right now we have the Taya event going on. We have what's the other one going on? The Dual Island Gladiator thing or whatever. It's whatever. So these have been going on for the past week ish. I'm really bad at these timelines, so there's not much new. I I just farmed. I got my Milkiel. I honestly don't remember its name. The ultra rare that she drops though, and I have the 3 of the other big boy ultra that pop something whenever it gets some to the field. So I guess let's talk about those cards. Counter fairies, are they good? No. If you this is the second time Taya's come around, so if you were there for the first one, you would know by now that none of the cards, they didn't really do anything in the meta. What's a counter fairy gonna do to a furry? Like that's the thing. I just saw that For Hire recently became tier 0 on the Duel Links meta tier list. So that's kind of neat. The deck, whenever it first came out, I thought it was really interesting. People on Reddit, and for the life of me, I don't understand why, but the Duel Links Reddit is just so terrible at knowing whether or not a card is going to be good. So there are people who would say that For Hire was going to be bad. They'd say, oh, they just died of disruption. You floodgate one, you hit one with Chalice, you Canadiate, they're done. It's over. GG. And what they failed to realize is not every single deck is going to OTK after that. If you hit them with the floodgate and then you are playing heroes, then yeah, you might kill them after that. But most other decks like spellbooks, you play the blue boy beatdown. Next turn they come at you, and that's just what For Hire does. They're a 2018 archetype from the TCG. What they're really good at is that they swarm the field. All the little guys have effects to bring something out. And the way they kill you really is they plus 1 you to death. Recon will pop something, Donpo will pop something, Beat and Seal, add cards. And then you got the big boys, Wiz and Dyna, to, I guess Wiz has kind of a big booty. It's not putting out damage, but Dyna puts out some damage. And if you can get the double Dyna lock, that's a little bit annoying for the opponent to deal with, where they just basically, they can't attack any of your monsters at all because they aren't allowed to attack anything but the Dyna, but there's 2 Dynas. So that's what's going on with furries. With the Dual Island Gladiator event going on right now, it's really not much of it. Gladiator Beasts were meta back in the day, and they were not the most fun deck to play against. I remember that season. What was it? It was shortly after when they released Snipe Hunter into the game, and Gladiator Beasts were still meta. Cyber Angels got that big boost with Saphira, and I got King Games that season using Snipe Hunter, Volcanic Control. And that was really just a fun deck to play because the Snipe Hunter could pop the back row. And honestly, that's just the most annoying thing about playing against Glad Beast was the back row and them constantly just boom, 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 pop this, pop that. They're basically the For Hire of their day, but they could at least be handled. That was such a slower game. That's so weird to think about. That's like 5 months ago. I don't even remember when, but it was a while ago, and they're no longer meta. So these new cards that they added, there's a couple other Gladiator Beast cards in the TCG right now they could add. Pretty sure they have a draw card, and they have Test Tiger, who's really good since he can summon them without them using the battle phase, and it'll count as them being summoned the normal way and getting their effects off. So unfortunately, this event is really rather meh. I've been using it as a way to get XP for my characters because you get the 10 duels, every 5 hours or whatever it is, and I'm just drowning in potions because I don't really care about the lottery. And that's the other big thing that's been going on is the hashtag I want my gems movement. Since the past events like this where they've had dual lotteries, you could get 5 gems, 10 gems, whatever gems, etc. from the drops, and now the only gem drop you could possibly get is 1 gem, which at this point is just kind of a slap in our face. Like, come on, Konami, you're really just gonna whip out your dick and just hit us with it like that? Like, that's not cool. So that's the big issue going on with that. Other than that, man, this event is just not fun. It's just EXP time, and that's about it. But upcoming events, we have a Cyber Dragon event going on in a few days, I think, July 23rd. I've seen some, what is that called, data mining, where people have kind of looked at the cards, and it's just interesting. It's they have Cyber Dark Dragons. They have the Cyber Dark cards coming, and they have a few Cyber Dragons. They have normal Cyber Dragon. They have Dre. I don't remember if I saw Core or not. I'm really bad at remembering these. I don't even have it down, but I think those could be good. I think they have the potential to be good. When Cyber Dragon first came out on the TCG, he just kind of was a game-changing card. And I don't think he'll have the same effect in Duel Links because we've sped up a bit quicker than that. But I think the deck has amazing OTK potential with Cyber Twin Dragon. They just have some good support cards in general. They have the potential to be good, if given the right things. And I don't necessarily think Duel Links will give us the right things, but you never know. We could always see that. But yeah, like I said, I want these to be around 10 or so minutes. 6-10 minutes, I guess. This is the first introductory one. I'm just more or less freestyling this, just thinking of things off the top of my head. But, I figured if I didn't do this now, I'd forget to do it later, and I would rather have the recording now and then have it to edit later. But, I'm going to locals tonight to play some good old normal Yu-Gi-Oh! Outside of Duel Links. I might play. I've been testing out this build of ABC that mains 3 Cyber Dragons since our locals are full of Goki players and you can just out the extra link with Chimera Tech Mega Fleet. But you never know. Not knowing what I'm feeling yet, So, or else I'll just play Pendulum Magician like I have every other time. Maybe BA, but more or less ABC. And honestly, it's just because I don't have the Chimera Tech Mega Fleet Dragon. If I had that, then I would play that, which is another card I'd like to see in Duel Links. Except not actually, because you couldn't play that in Duel Links. They don't have an extra monster zone, so never mind. But yeah, like I said, this is a freestyle. Next week, I'll try to have more topics, more things to discuss, a more direct vision and path I want to take with this. But until now, I'm going to leave you with this. And I guess I hope you enjoy this. Maybe we can make some more content for Duel Links and for the regular TCG. Hey, I cut the podcast off a little short earlier because my ride came here to pick me up for locals, and I guess we had a little awkward, gotta go kind of moment. So, but just a quick update. Last night, I did end up getting the Mega Fleet Dragon, played ABC with the Cyber Dragon main deck, and we went 4-1 at locals, getting second place, which was $20 in store credit, which was good for me. I enjoyed that. And I saw that they had a couple things announced on Duel Links that I wanted to touch on real quick. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have added this part too. But we have the new Card Flipper campaign, which gives us the second Dark Magic attack, which is actually really, really good since a lot of people traded the first one. I can't believe the number of people who unironically just traded in the first Dark Magic attack back in the day. And I guess it was a different game back then. I didn't play it since the beginning, so I don't know. Maybe people were just trading everything in to get SR gems at that point, but that's what they did with that card. And what's the other one? They officially announced Zane, and there's something else. Holy crap, I really just forgot it. But yeah, no. So those are all the new things they added in Duel Links. So this is being posted on today, Friday, and I wanted to let you guys know that we were probably going to post this earlier in the week. I did this one super last second because, again, I wanted to get at least something up since I want to be making more content for the channel. Maybe I'll put more Duel Links replays, King games, fun deck profiles, things like that. But, that's really more of just a me kind of thing since I like Duel Links. But, if you guys have any suggestions for stuff that you want to see, feel free to let me know. I know there's this other guy who used to do the Duel Links podcast, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck Talk, and I actually really liked it. That guy was really cool. I think he did it daily, and that's just really impressive. Respect to him, but he stopped putting stuff up about 8 months or so ago because I remember I was trying to look it up again to see if he had anything, but I'm really hoping that maybe he can get back into it. That'd be really cool to see him start posting content, but, I guess, the good old saying, if it doesn't exist, then you might as well make it. So I guess here's my podcast for it. Maybe I'll do this. I don't know how frequently I'll do it. Duel Links is fun because the thing about Duel Links is that they always have new content. They have new cards, new boxes, new events, crap like that going on all the time, and it's just a fun format, If you're listening to this and you don't play Duel Links, more of a TCG player, it's give it a try. It's really fun. I like the meta a lot. Well, I guess I'm not a big fan of For Hire. I don't absolutely despise it like a lot of people do, but it's an interesting meta. It's unique, and that's what I really like about it. There's a lot of unique staples that are just kind of, it's like a faster paced GOAT without the broken cards, more or less. But yeah, until then, that is what we have for here. Again, any suggestions or any criticisms or anything, feel free to let me know. Next week will be a little bit more of a direction than I want to go, since I'll have a bit more time to plan ahead. But until then, thanks for listening, and I will see you guys later.